totally. He's trying to get in his head and freak him out a bit, so he thinks, no, because Itauma knows he's bringing his best, Whyte. And if he doesn't know he's bringing his best, he will find out in round 1 or 2 if it goes that far. But the question is, does Itauma have the equaliser to stop Dillian Whyte? Yeah. He does. He has the power to stop him. It's very scary power. Like I said, sleeper power, freakish power. But he's never had a Dillian Whyte come at him. That's the difference. A guy who understands boxing, who can throw that left at any given point and absolutely take you clean off your feet. See what he did to Lucas Brown. He's fought some big dogs. But like I said, Itauma's power is different sort of power. It's a different gravy we're talking about here. What I mean is, it's not even Dubois power. It's scarier than that. Like when I was watching Dubois coming up, I was getting scared of his power. Is he fresh? Has he got the timing? Does he look a little sluggish? That's the problem. That could be the issue. Has he got the experience? You only get it by cleaning someone out, and if you're about it, and if you're going to be a world champion, and if you're going to be the man, now's the time to take out a Dillian Whyte. But very, very scary prospect, because, like I said, this is a dangerous crossroad. See you at the crossroads, Mo. This is a very dangerous crossroad. This isn't just like a normal crossroad where one's fading, so to say. Dillian Whyte is like I said, I've always had respect for him as a fighter. He's entertaining, and he has the power to back it up, and he has the power to take it in the trenches if you're not putting him down early. And that's scary for Itauma if he finds himself in the trenches, because then the questions will be asked, and that's where you're in Whyte's world, I believe. But on that freshness, unassuming power, where you just think, like I said, I keep saying sleeper because that's what it reminds me of. You don't really look at this guy straight away and go, but it's just there. His freakish power. And although you can't just get by that in boxing, eventually you get found out against someone far technically better. So say like an Usyk, it's not ready for that yet. But with his sort of power, it could be. And I think a perfect fight for Itauma, when my prediction, gets past Whyte, would be Deontay Wilder. Because this is about power, so why not put him against a beast and see how he handles that? Now, he can't fight on the back foot, so all you have to do is go forward. Maybe too soon for someone like that with his knockout resume, but a puncher versus a puncher. So my prediction on this fight, as you already have gathered, is I think Itauma does do this. But at 12-0, it's tricky. It's a huge gamble at such an early stage. Fighting a monster, 30-plus fights, like you're fighting a beast. And he's going to be in shape. But he's been in a lot of wars, and don't take that away from it. Listen, you're fighting at the time. Don't take that away from it. The war thing, you fought him at the wrong time. There is no right or wrong time. You fight him when you fight him. There is no right or wrong time to fight. There is in boxing terms, whether they're fading, you perfectly select it. But when you're fighting him, you have to think. You're not going to fight. You might fight him in the prime, but he wasn't born. So we couldn't fight Dillian Whyte in his prime. So the fight's now big for a reason. That's what it's called, destiny. Is it too soon? We'll find out. No, I don't think it is. If he's got the power we say he's got, then it's never too soon. He's not got the experience. And like Frank Bruno, Tim Witherspoon, you find out early days if the power's enough. Frank Bruno, he was very static though. That's the problem. But Frank Bruno, back in the day, he had the power. But he didn't have the full movement to get away from punches when they came back. I think Itauma's got silky smooth, super calm in there. He'll have the reflexes because he's a lot younger. And this is the test that he's probably going to relish. And if he's going to be the man, now's the time. He could possibly lose and still be the man. That's why it's called a crossroads fight. It's worse for Whyte because it's over after this. If Itauma wins or loses, it's a win-win in a way of a gamble. But the way he'll see it is it's a lose-lose, because if he beats him, they'll say he should have done. And he should do. Because if you're going to go on to be a world champion, you got to beat someone a lot older than you now, and you got to let that youth show. But you got to get experienced and learning on the job you are going to do against Dillian Whyte, most definitely. Will he pass the test? Yep, with flying colours, I believe. I'm a believer that this guy's got the power. I sound like Don King, it's so corny. But yeah, this guy's got the power and the calmness. It's rare you see a sleeper in boxing. I'm going to keep reiterating that point because I love that term, sleeper. It's just, yeah, because he doesn't look like he's just going to come in and flatten you out. He's just super casual with it. And then boom. Itauma for the knockout, round 6, maybe 5. I actually believe he's going to do this, guys. It could be sooner. It could be sooner. When you got freakish power, look at Golovkin. I mean, Golovkin had the jab and the foot, like the sort of trapping setups, how he did that. It was years of amateur pedigree. But I believe that this guy's got it. He knows he's got it. He's respecting Whyte. He knows the best is coming his way. He's mentally prepared. He knows that this isn't going to be a pushover. Whyte's trying kidology because he knows he's a little scared. He's got a lot to prove. Whyte's coming. He's ready. He's in shape. And he's going to need to be. But timing in fights like this, the timing could be an issue in terms of youthfulness versus age. Experience is massive. But it will be negated by the freakish power, I believe. It's not often it happens. Sometimes freakish power gets euthanized very quickly and you fight someone who's got far more experience. But I believe in this fight, Itauma passes the test and goes on. And then it's Itauma's time now. I just think it's time. It's timing. This is the right... It could be the wrong time. I could be wrong, but I think I'm going to go with Itauma. Like I said, the power will show and the speed, the sharpness, and the willingness to want to prove it. Because we can all talk about heart and fighting like lions, but one's going to do as well. He's not just a sleeper. He's going to want to prove it. And the time is now for Itauma. My prediction, Itauma wins by knockout, guys. And it could be sooner. I say about 6. This could be the shock. It could be a huge shock. It could be even sooner. And it'd be a massive statement. Get your comments in. Is it too soon? Or is it the right time in this crossroads spectacular? Get your comments in. Peace.